Hello. Today is the 27th of September 2024. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is Wake Up Nigeria from Srtv studio desk in London. As you know, this is the show where we take a look at the Nigerian newspapers, meaning what is currently happening. That is what the papers write about. And we always take time to discuss some issues that are of importance. Yesterday, as I was analyzing some key issues with my guest here, and with my colleague, we talked about so many things. Then I said today we're going to focus on a very important topic, which is the power of togetherness. I'm going to try and do a lot of justice to that today. In the process, as we look through some of the papers. Well, as you all know, guys, it's good to learn from history. Today is a remarkable day in the history of America and perhaps for Black people. That today is the day that Abraham Lincoln actually lifted the motion that all slave people in certain part of the world should be free. And he did well. It was supposed to happen in January. So that's something to remember. And as you know, guys, today is the world, what do we call it? The autumn starts officially today. But I'm going to do less on those ones, but I'm going to focus on the power of togetherness. What I love about it is, because when human beings come together and they say they're going to do something with one determination, there's nothing they cannot achieve. And you see, yes, Daddy Chris can do something. But when we come together, that's why the Bible said, when one or two come together, God is in their midst. Because there's that power that enters the cycle. And I'm going to use a lot of instances that have happened in the world where people came together and they became successful. I am of the belief that even if your small family unit come together, there's no money they will not be able to raise. In fact, if your family, call it the name of your family, if you come together, you will raise money and raise yourself out of poverty. Sometimes you don't need the government. A family unit is enough to come together and raise themselves. You know why people are poor? They're scattered. Families are scattered. I want to be richer than you. It's not normally the case. But we lack that understanding that we have a weapon. And the weapon is to come together and do something. That's why a gathering, you see, when you call a meeting and the meeting gathers, there's a force. And before you know, okay, let's form a group. Let's give it a name. Because there's an energy. And that energy, nobody can defeat it. That's something I'll be looking at. But for us to do this, I want us to take a look. For those of you who are biblical, you know, many guys don't know that I'm a Christian, but I do. I go to church sometimes. You go to Genesis 11, 1-9. There's a beautiful story there. It's the story of the Tower of Babel. I want to share that story before I bring in my guest quickly this morning, because I think we should do some justice. We know, this Tower of Babel, we're going to form a nucleus of our discussion. And I have two special. Mary is already here, and I have a guest here. Activist is here as well. So I'll be bringing them in. But let me just talk about Tower of Babel. Please take your Bible, be calm, read it. And when you read that portion of the Bible, it says clear that the people came together and they said, we're going to see this God. And what happened? When God came down and he saw them, he said, wow, if we leave these people, they're going to come to us. You know what God did? And I like the truth the Bible said here. He said, according to the book of Genesis, God destroyed the Tower of Babel because the people were building it. The people building it were going to be too powerful. You understand? They were getting too powerful. I'm talking of God, though. So the only time we were able to threaten God was when we came together. How many of us understand that power? You see, sometimes if you go to a herbalist, he will use some inclination, he will put some quotes. Please, your new quotes today, let it be a saying that when we come together, we will succeed. You know, the way you go to church and they say, hey, in the name of Jesus, it will happen. Please use this one. When you come together, you will do this. When we come together, we can marry. When we come together, we'll be out of poverty. When we come together, we'll be able to do this. If you sing that one, sing it in your family, sing it in your country, sing it in your club, and you will do things. And when I say come together, you come together from your heart with one determination, not only by faith, but by action too. Because the Bible tells you, you don't have to believe alone. You get to put it to work. All right. So that is something we'll be looking at today, and I'll be asking my guests a lot of questions. Mary, I don't know why she came late, but she's here. You know her. Mary, is it cold in Abuja? Is it raining? Because London, it's everywhere on a rain. What's going on?
Good morning, Daddy Chris.
Morning, man. So how is Abuja?
Abuja it's cool. It's cool. It rained seriously yesterday. I got home a bit late because of the rain. I don't know. I wasn't okay with it because it was over me. Like the rain was too much.
Yeah.
But that's by the way.
So the rain will beat this. The rain not get here. It will beat this fine girl. Eh?
Rain.
To buy your car. What is your fine hair? How did you treat it? Did you cover it?
I had to wait now. I have to wait. I have a choice. I'm supposed to be scared of the rain. I like the rain being scared of me. That's the season now. So you're supposed to allow it. Let it work. Okay, so
I know you're a Christian girl. So we'll be looking at what you make of the story of the Tower of Babel. But let's quickly bring in activists. Activist Kevin. Kevin is right here with us right now, right here. Activist. Is activist Ejumudo.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning, brother.
Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Activists, you know, this is Wake Up Nigeria, where we take a look at what is happening in the country. I know there are a lot of top news in the papers today. I want us to take a look at that. But it's good to have you. Activists, could you mind telling our audience a little bit about yourself? It's good for them to know who I'm robbing minds, who we are robbing minds with today.
Okay, my name is Activist Kelvin Ejumudo. I am the National Secretary, Human Rights Protection Congress Nigeria, and the State PRO Committee for Defense of Human Rights. I'm a political scientist by discipline. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, so we're going to be able to diagnose the Nigerian political system, you know, and then maybe we can look at the technical side of it. But most importantly, we're going to look at the issue of human rights. Now that we have Kevin with us this morning, to what extent do we have human rights in the country? Kevin, I know you may have one other thing you may want to quickly touch about, but yesterday we have a very disturbing issue of the right of a woman who was in the Nigerian military. That she was dismissed, and the accused colonel was set free, and they claiming that she has mental problem. I was wondering, where are all the human rights activists in Nigeria? It's too shameful to see that kind of thing happening in our time. What's going on, Kevin?
Yes, I think the news came as a shocking one to the entire human rights community, because probably before now she has raised an alarm sometime last year that her life is being threatened by a senior military officer because for a sexual advance making at her and all of that. And each time she tries to complain, they prescribe her to have mental challenges. And someone that has mental challenges will not be able to correlate her issues the way she has did it. Same statement she gave at that time, Abidisho, she gave same statement now, and she has always been hitting on that same point. If she had any iota of deformity, I think the military, they have a clinic. They have experts. They should show Nigerians where they got their report from, that she has mental issues. They should also show us the expert opinion, the professional opinion from a doctor, a certified psychiatrist, to say this military officer that was brought in on so and so day, having been evaluated medically, has some level of dementia or whatever they can deduce from our file and our findings, which we can counter using a government specialist to ascertain the true picture of their report. But in the wake-up of this, it's alarming that they just came out with a quick deliberations, because the military itself, they always try to cover their senior officers. But when it comes to the rank and files, they are pushed out to face consequences of their actions. And what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yes. This lady, she has been complaining since last year about this particular colonel making advances at her, demonizing her, sending her to different locations that doesn't befit even her gender. And she has spoken to several of senior officers, but it seems they have a cartel. So when you report to one of them, is a member of the cartel, and the next thing they do, they sweep it under the carpet. And they come out and say she's insane. But she's not insane. Because same narrative, same testimony she gave at Benicio, she was detailed enough to explain the date, the event, and how they unfolded. And if someone is having any mental challenges, putting the figures, jotting the dots and the things together won't be possible for her. In between a narrative, you'll be seeing that she should be skipping some salient issues. But this lady, consequently, she has been hammering on it that this corner has been on her neck from day one because she refused to have carnal knowledge of with her. And I think the first PPROs come and the army PPROs come and tell us how they arrived at this. This shows the white paper. Who were those that sat in the panel? How was the expert opinion gotten? Was it because they just gave us to allow the public to just say, okay, she has mental issues, or there's an expert opinion? The expert that gave that report, we also want to reevaluate that expert as well. So we arrived at a crossroad.
Yes. So, comrade, this is activist. I really, this is very interesting because I'm happy that people like you guys exist, and I'm going to ask, how do you people intervene in issues like this? Because I'm going to talk of the power of togetherness, which is my concern today. We have pockets of groups, active human rights groups in the country, but it seems that you guys don't work together. Otherwise, that's why the impact is not fair. Let me go back. In those days, in fact, it's still not new to us that our daughters in the universities, they're going through hell in the hands of lecturers. They are their wives until they graduate. And is there, some of them are afraid to talk, they can't go to anywhere. We can't even talk of the amount of abuse on women in the country. It's unreported. These people are now, the women are now afraid to come out because what happened to this guy, if you are next time, if gonna ask you out, you better do it. Otherwise, they're going to label you as having somebody with a mental problem. What is their hope if the groups, I want to use the word, the activists that are in the country they only speak on television without taking the legal step to actually intervene on issues like this?
Thank you very much, sir. The first one you said that why are activists not united?
Yes.
The reason most of us are not united is because majority of our members they are political, and as an activist you ought to be apolitical in discharge of your duties. You as an activist, you might try to be a member of a political party, but when it comes to issue of national interest, issue of rights, you stand with the populace, with citizens, to defend the right and uphold the tenets of the Constitution, which we have sworn on oath as activists to always stand by the truth, no matter whose house is God. Even if it means they putting you on the slaughter, they want to kill you, you stand by the truth and die by the truth. That's what activism is all about. The word activism means truth. You stand for what is just and what is right. But today we've seen some of our activists being paid by politicians to counter other activists that are genuinely fighting the good cause. So this also has been able to stereotype us in a way that we cannot come under one united frontier to pursue some agenda. But like my organization, for example, we've taken the federal government to court on several matters.
Yes.
And in the coming days, we'll be giving the military a letter of demand. They should make public their findings, how it was done. Failure to do that, we'll take them to court. They are not bigger than the Constitution.
Exactly. So this is where my take is. You know, and I know you need a lot of resources to get this done. It would have been easier to have because I don't know how to work, and sometimes I want to work with a group that can bring this out. I actually set up an organization called Legal Supporters to address this kind of issues in Nigeria. But it's so hard to see people you can work with, especially on issues like this. If I can find out, and I'm sure very many of us out here and out there, even within the country, are ready to support organizations that can take, for instance, the government to court when there are issues like this, like the military, they've abused human rights now. We can see it clearly. We want to know until they let them prove themselves that the woman is really insane or something went wrong, or that's why they did what they did. We want to know, but it's look as if they're getting away with it. They just trash it under the carpet. Like the Tinubu has done a lot of things, the government has done a lot of things. Nobody raised up the issue. And again, how do we work with you? Because we have to have a body somewhere to work so that we can stop this. How do you what do you see we can do here?
So it's a good one. Like my organization, Human Rights Congress, we are always at the forefront at addressing issues. When the Kwama issue came up, we took the federal government to court and the military to court.
Yes.
The matter is still pending in federal high court to date. We are there. We also took the government of the 36 states and the presidency to the court over the abandonment of the East-West Road, the Abraka Eku Road, the Benin Sapler Road. We took them to court. We still have the case in court against them. Now, we are not deterred because we have a mandate to pursue and overtake every areas that government are using oppressive tools against the masses. But we believe until we have a sane judiciary, until we have an independent judiciary who will stand tall to defend the common man and do not sell the altar of do not trade the altar of justice for peanuts and appointment, then we cannot forge ahead. Because most cases in court, they are not seeing light of the day because our judiciary have compromised the struggle.
Exactly where I'm coming to. I wanted you to identify the challenges we have in terms of access to justice. I don't want to say, access to justice in Nigeria. Is it because I've been blaming it on maybe activists not raising the issue? Even if activists raise the issue, what are the obstacles people come across? You understand to get justice? Yeah.
One of the prejudices we experience as activists approaching the court is delay of judicial precedent. Now you have a matter in court. A matter is supposed to take 4 months. You see adjournment upon adjournment upon adjournment. It takes 4 years. A matter that ought to take perhaps 6 months. A civil matter, for example. Perhaps maybe if a father fails to provide necessities for the family, the wife and children, and you take this same man to a family court. Right, and this issue coming up, let's say the next 4 months you get justice. It will linger for about 6 years. And then the family they'll go for retreat. When they go for the judge retreat, they'll come back for that retreat, they'll go back for that workshop. No checks and balances in the judiciary. And come on 2nd of October, we have our National Congress Day, holding in Delta State, our National Secretariat. A judge will be coming to address us. We want to see the delay of judicial process in Nigeria. What can be done differently? That's the topic of our discourse on that day, 2nd of October, 2024. Because we want to know they are frustrating our efforts. We have cases in court, the case of rape and defilement of the girl child, approach the court, they'll keep adjoining. These are cases that you already have expert opinion, you have doctors' report and all of that. Give judgment. Because when people don't see judgment, you can't correct a society. No, when a man commits a crime and he's in a waiting trial for 3-4 years, 6 to 10 years, before you know the parties involved, they'll get tired. And when they're tired, they'll withdraw from the case. So the DPP also is a major problem in this country.
Justice delayed. Because I agree. Justice delayed is equal to justice denied.
Absolutely.
When justice is delayed, it's denied. You understand? It's quite unfortunate. Anyway, comrade, we're going to look at this. I think Mary may have 1 or 2 questions for you, but this is really, really important. That we are in a country where we're talking about only women now. There's lack of human rights in the country. I'm happy you mentioned the case of Okoma. The police have a duty in the country, and it's like the military don't know where their boundaries are. They don't have boundaries. The military can do the job of the police can do the job of the military, the government is doing anything. Everybody. It's that sometimes the executive do the job of the judiciary, sometimes even the president pass on judgment, these are things that shouldn't be done. You understand? It cannot be so. And like you said, if the hope of the common man supposed to be the court, the judiciary. I dare not say this because it will be too big for the international world to know that we have a failing judiciary. Because it's enough to have a failing executive. It's enough to have a failing legislature. But to have a failing judiciary is a threat to society. The biggest threat to society. Because you see what it is now, the court case has happened, an election has happened. We're going to where? Go to court.
Tribunal, go to court.
Yes.
And making it clear for you to know that they own the courts. And you going to courts, you'll never be victorious. So it means no hope for the common man.
It's saddening that even in the election materials for a state election was carried lifted by the Air Force. I do not see why we degrade our military to such domestic issues. The
Thank
police
you.
still remain the lead agency for internal security of the country.
Thank you.
The Air Force is to protect our airspace, our aerospace against external aggressors. Not belittling our efforts to carry electoral materials as cheap as electoral materials that the police can convey from Abuja to Edo State and carry the elections.
And I just feel sorry for the Nigerian police because they've been told again and again that you people are too weak, shut up. And they accept it. Because how can they, if I'm the police, if I'm the CID of the country, if I'm the chief police officer of this country, and you are letting the military to come and do my job, I'll step down. Because it's not your jurisdiction. What is the military doing here? What is the Air Force doing? Are you saying we are incompetent? If you are incompetent, tell us what to do or help us to achieve better. Not to replace us with but we bring some other person to do our duty. That's what you see now. And you can see that we don't seem to learn this. Now, comrade, the question I ask is here: how do we address this military intervention into police matters? The judges not being there, because we'll say we'll go to court. Like we said now, anything that happens, what do? You take them to
Go
court.
to court.
You see, what this woman now, I'm thinking we're going to take the army to court. If the court is not there for us, or if the court is not delivering judgment at the right speed, what else can we do? Now,
Sir, I think people will resort.
All right. Comrade is coming back. As you know, the weather is very bad. It's been so since yesterday. Rain is really affecting the flow of communication in the world at the moment. I said it's affecting, especially the Nigerian weak internet is getting better and better and better. Yes, Mary, like I was still trying to say, this comrade, you can see the energy in this kind of young people. You understand?
You know, yesterday when we were talking about the roots of Ogunleye issue, that is the soldier, you were saying you really don't know what human rights activists are doing. But me, I was also seeing it from this other aspect. It's not like they're not doing anything, but you might not really be hearing their voice because a lot of people that are beyond them are there in the city. You can imagine now, if they take these soldiers to court, what do you think they can do? Do they have the power compared to these leaders in the military? Definitely, they will still come up and win this case. So
but my people say, "Omo borrow be a that you throw your bros first. Something that me first blow. If you beat me so far, I know mine. So far, I go blow you first. You understand? Sometimes that's all we can do.
They start coming for you because they feel like you are a threat to them and their job. You can imagine when you're telling somebody that is saying, this is what's happening to me, you are turning it against the person, that the person is having mental issues. So how can people speak out? People can't really speak out because nobody can help them. You can imagine the poor girl now losing her job and nobody's really coming out to really do anything for her. You can, even if they take this case to court, you'll be surprised that they'll still be adjourning this case till even next year. And even at the end of the day, she's definitely not going to get the job. Even the justice, she won't get it. Because are you expecting these leaders in the military to step down for who? Where they have the power to use money and do everything for their own this thing, for their own selfishness. So it's really painful that it looks like the system in the country is really failed. It's not really working. If you look at this part, me sees a human rights activist today fighting for humanity. Sometimes I feel like no hope for these people because they're actually fighting for the help of the common man. But you see people coming out to fight them. Anytime you want to do something for the betterment of the country, they come out to fight you and see how they can oppress you and your organization. So this thing is really sad.
And sometimes maybe the thing that surprised me, sorry, daughter, the thing that surprised me, comrade, I activist your back, thank God. The thing that is surprising me is the kind of way we sing praises. You understand? When you praise something that is evil, you are actually encouraging evil. And our people, especially the young boys these days. So I'm happy to see a young man like you choosing to toe the line of activism rather than being an SA or a PA and begin to defend
evil,
a corrupt system.
You know, it becomes your job. Because sometimes you need to stay away from that kind of thing. Because when you are now appointed to be the media to social person, you have to defend him because it's your job. It's not about whether you agree or not. It's your job to do so. So
No, it's
it's
really
better you
sad
don't
now
even accept it.
because
Yeah.
if you check very well, we are not in a country whereby even if it, okay, let's say I'll tell you the truth. Before the Edo State election was conducted, I already had that conviction that APC will win. But this is the country we are. This is how the system is changing. You just have this conviction that this party is definitely going to win this because it now looks as if they have the power, right, to do things at their own will, to do things in their own favor. Tell me how you think other parties definitely going to come and win this other party. So it's really not working. It's just like the country is now for some people, right, doing things on their own, doing things in their own favor. And not even for the betterment of the country. I wish, let me say, these people are doing something to even better the country, to have been better. But they are worsening the situation. That is why the crime rates continue to be there. Are you saying that let's go down to the part of the military? Are you saying that they will come and kick against the other person that I think Abubakar, right? That the root of the lady was complaining about? Definitely they will not, because this is the same thing they're also doing. And it's not just like their cartel. So when you come and criticize the other person, then your own evil deeds will definitely come out. So you can see the evil in the military sector, right? So tell me, which other sector is better? If the military is also corrupt, people that are supposed to be at home, because already we don't have a judiciary, the executive, the legislature, I can't even say anything they're doing. I see the government already bought them and they're not working in their favor. You understand? So when you
Yeah,
look at
no,
this,
but our hope here
You saw,
is
you saw when the president bought them SUVs. Those SUVs were bought and delivered to judges. Now they're building some houses in Abuja. They want
yes, and that's what
these
Wike can do
people.
best. That is what Wike gave to us.
They will
housing
do. They will
in
do the
Abuja
bidding of Mr.
for God
President,
and justice.
not the
Can you
bidding of
imagine?
Nigerians.
Yes. And that's the thing. But these judges, I'm sorry, they are learned men.
Wike
These
is
are
saying it's
people.
part of the president's
No,
report.
Mary, no matter who appoints you as a judge, whatever promotion you're going to get, you already made as a judge. You are there to deliver judgment. No, there's no an excuse. Now I know them, the government in Nigeria is buying them over. They keep buying them, but hey, the judges, I thought they have the mental capacity to deal with this. Because knowledge is power. They are too intelligent to be bought by peanuts. Your
And
name as a judge
even if you
is
want to be
something.
different, even if you want to be different, you will not last. You will not last in that place.
Yeah, I
That's just
understand
Because
that. We don't need to last.
every day we see miscarriage of justice. You see a cases that are clear. The judges will come with a twist and give judgment that they cannot even defend.
I
There are
know.
some judgment you see in court. You ask for the file. You look at the processes. You keep wondering what are the great issues brought before the judge. And when they want to meander, to tell you that it's some kind of technicality.
Yes,
White is
they use
white, black
technicalities.
is
Yeah,
black.
that's what they do.
That is
They
ultimate.
begin to quote stupid cases. They begin to use references. And that's what they do everywhere. Judges, but but the most important thing is how do we actually make the judiciary work for us? Because right now, do you think that if the president or the payment of judges are not coming from the presidency, maybe there's a start, of course, I'm sure there's an act that actually established the judiciary. It's
Judicial
not the
autonomy. They have judicial autonomy.
yes. So maybe if the payment and the promotion is not coming from the executive, don't you think things will be better? Activists.
Yes, sir.
Don't
So
you think that
I'm of the opinion that
yes.
if we elect our chief judges the way we elect our president, then we'll have a more better judicial president.
Good.
Because you see them lobbying, and why they lobby to be CJs and head of appeal court and all of that, head of high court and all of that. They lobby and they do the bidding of the person that brought them there. I've never seen a chief judge giving a judgment against the president in this country since I was born. I've never seen a chief judge of a state giving a judgment against the sitting governor in a state.
Yes. They are loyal to the governor. And can you imagine?
Yes.
They are supposed to be bigger than the governor.
Defend the constitution.
But
They
you see,
to defend the constitution.
comrade, what I'm confused is the chief judge, the judge will still be there. President Tinubu will serve 8 years and go. He will still be there. How could you allow somebody that's going to come and go determine your future? Do you understand? I thought we already got it established. The judges are there. They are a permanent arm of government. You don't take them out and out. They're there. And if the judiciary is permanently there and we only vote executive and the legislature, then they should be more powerful. How come that they
That's
still
the reason.
can?
That's the reason we see. Oftentimes, you see our politicians.
Yeah, Wike did the right thing now. Wike is just building a very new mansion for them, and he's going to call them for the judges. He wants to make the
Some of
judges
our big
happy.
politicians, after leaving office, they have international appointments, like the likes of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who was the former minister of finance.
Yes.
She's now with International Court of Justice.
The network is not helping matters as usual, people. You're going to bear with us. This Nigerian is the weather. I think it's everywhere, even in the United Kingdom. It's raining heavily this morning. It's like there's a downpour, like we are officially now experiencing autumn, so the weather is not very friendly. So we didn't hear Comrade very well. Comrade, can you come again, please?
Okay, I said if we have some politicians in Nigeria, after their service here, they get a referral from the international community to come and work for them. Like of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and the host of others, making us proud in diaspora. Now,
Yes.
We've never seen a Nigerian judge, having served in 35 years in service, getting an affiliate in International Court of Justice or any of the usual affiliate in the world, because of their corrupt antecedents, trading justice
in the country,
trading justice in the altar of injustice, which it also people to tell today that I don't want to go to court. I want to settle out of court because they get frustrated. How can you allow a case that evidence are before you to linger for 5 years? What you are joined from January, I joined to June you are joined again to September you are joined again to upper year, and in all of this you are paying money for appearance fee for your lawyers. You file it.
This is really interesting. You just made a very big point. We really don't get judges moving out of the country. A honorable judge getting something outside, whether they could be appointed, they could have big appointment outside. Why are they not looking outside the box? Why are they thinking of what they can get at home? There's a world ahead of you. You, like I said, you are a judge. This president will come and go, and you saw your name because of his dirty act, because you want some money today. It's a shameful thing, and that is why there need to be justice in the country, and we need access to justice. Comrade,
without justice, we cannot get peace. No justice, no development.
Exactly. So what we need to do is try and get justice by all means necessary. How do we go about it? Because now we know the judges are now how I pray. We pray that
they are the demigods. They are not the demigods of the country.
Yes. Yeah, like I said, the legislature are the same people that tell us let us vote for the judges so that we have a more refined. The judges can be very independent, and I know there are some judges who will appoint. It's not going to play your bidding, so they won't even appoint those ones. They will appoint their own, the one they can trust, the one that will play their politics, the corrupt ones. That's the one they're going to make, so they can make more money. They can always write pen, and those judges have a way of quoting one case, a dead case that you don't need to hear of. That is the instance they're going to use to make pass a judgment. And the bottom line is we don't have justice in the country, but we need it. It's not something we're going to overlook, because all I hear in Nigeria, go to court, do this, go to court, do this, go to court. The court is not going to be there for you. Is that not
because they know they have brought judges over, so they speak with impunity. They speak with the borders and confidence. Like in those states now, they're even smiling, saying PDP should go to court.
Exactly.
But they know even if they go to court, at the end of the day, they will not get victory in court.
In fact, it does say they used to frustrate. You will serve the 4 years before the case will be finished. So it's not even better that they put a cap on it. Don't say they will delay the case and delay and delay and delay.
If only they know that. If not that they already know what they did, why would they first of all be the ones to say go to court. Bring the idea of say go to court. If you know that if you go to court, the court is a court of truth and justice. You actually stand for the truth. You'll be scared of going to court.
But you know
that's
what?
not the situation
You
right
see
now.
why I'm confused? Don't the judges know their position will be better, more dignified?
No, they're
In
happy
fact, they
because they're
even make
collecting
more
top
money
money of
if
whatever
they
they will
pass
collect.
some
It's
through
greed.
judgment.
The problem with the judge is that it's just greed. Money is never enough.
Sir,
Right?
most of these judges, they want to enjoy what they can get now before retirement. They don't look at a name. Having a name after retirement, that when you talk on national issues, it carries respect. People,
Yes.
the people stand by you and say, why you are in service, you gave
You did
judgment
what
for
you
the
did.
people, and we cannot stand with you against even the instrument of government of the day. The people are stronger than the government of the day.
Exactly.
The people are stronger than those that people in government.
Exactly.
If we come under one voice, we saw at the time what the Obidadi movement brought about. For the first time, we saw politicians who were scared.
Yes.
The first time that politicians were scared in Nigeria was previous election. They saw a movement that was ravaging the entire country, breaking protocols,
In
getting
fact,
applications for international community
it
and all
was
of that.
unbelievable. It was a wonderful time to be alive. It was a wonderful time to be alive.
For the first time, politicians they went out to campaign. They were moving. They were begging for votes. They were pleading.
In fact, I saw Lagos State Governor. He was in church, signing, taking hands for the first time. Somebody was at the church, shaking people coming out of church. And I said, because it's what happened to Tinubu in his state. You see, what we're saying, so there's a hope here. That's exactly what I was talking. Today's topic is the power of togetherness. You understand? What the Obi movement taught us is we came out en masse and said this is what we want. And
yes,
whether we lost the election or not, how do we sustain that? I've talked about that. Sustaining a course.
momentum.
Yes, you don't run a course for only elections. You run it throughout. It's a daily thing. If you're going to get change, you're not going to get change by putting the person in power alone. You need to continue to push and push. Why is that not happening with the kind of movement we have in Nigeria?
So you see, there's this divide and rule policy that government at all levels usually adopt. When they see a strong force coming, they look away. They look for a way to infiltrate into the group, buy some over with money, and create division among them. Even among us activists, there are times you want to take some protests in between our rank and files. They will penetrate the rank and files and disburse money. Some that will say, okay, you cover Abuja, cover Lagos, and cover here. When you call them on phone that day, they'll tell you that their number is switched off. They have been lodged in the hotel by politicians, drinking wines that they cannot afford by themselves.
Yes.
So a corrupt system does not appear corrupt to someone that benefits from the system. A man who's under the payroll of APC will tell you that APC is the best government of the day.
Of course.
The man under the payroll of PDP will tell you that PDP is the best government of the day.
Yes.
But in all its entirety, I'm happy that both the fake bishops who went to Abuja, the fake bishops and all of that, they are all buying fuel at 1.2 per liter.
Exactly. Exactly.
Both the ones that sold their vote for 5,000 naira in the previous election, they are all buying food stuff at exorbitant prices in the markets. They are all paying same house rent. Inflation also is beating bad on them. School fees and all of that is hitting all of us.
And the judges are suffering too. The judges are buying fuel for the same price. Their children are in trouble.
They're even running from the fuel.
The porridge you eat for 1 year, don't eat the porridge for one week and you're hungry for 9 months. The porridge you can eat for 1 year with happiness, don't eat it for 1 week and you become stranded. Until we know that hunger cannot kill us.
There's no room for hunger in Nigeria. We are too rich to be hungry. Any government, you see, I always say that any government that cannot provide food for Nigeria in 6 months is not fit to govern.
Affirmative. I concur with that.
Any government that cannot provide food for Nigeria in 6 months, because we have the land, we have the human being to plant the land. So what are you waiting? How can you be hungry? So if Tinubu has said, oh, we have hunger in the land, I'm giving 1 billion naira to every local government, which is the money they share every day. You go into farming, every local government, into farming. And I want to see what your local government produces, and I'm going to monitor it. I'm the president, I'm the minister of agriculture. He refused to be Minister of Agriculture. He remained Minister of Petroleum. And he said we are hungry and he cares. Who is he caring for? That's why we don't have a president. We don't have a leader. That's why I said to solve Nigerian food crisis.
We don't have a leader. We have a ruler. We have a ruler, not a leader. He's a ruler, not a leader.
Yes.
A leader leads from the front.
They only play politics. They don't want. Maybe because of politics, they are so engrossed in politics. They forget to govern. They have oil money coming. They forget to govern. If not, if you really want to govern Nigeria, I will be Minister of Agriculture today. It is where I have problem that I'm going to be minister. Someday I'll become Minister of Education. That I will leave petroleum because petroleum is sorted. What is he doing as Minister of Petroleum? Is he going to improve? Is he improving it? Is he becoming or Buhari become Minister of Petroleum? Has he done anything there? No.
They've not given us an indices of how many crude oil is imported in Nigeria a day and how many is consumed. Till date. They cannot tell Nigerians.
Do they know?
We imported 40 barrels of crude oil on this fiscal month. And how many was sold? No details.
Look at how the people in Dubai, how they added value to their oil. They know the quantity of oil that lives in land. They know if I go there, they will give you the statistics. This well plan. They know what they're doing. They have a projection and they diversify. That's why you go to Dubai these days to do so many things. We go on holiday in Dubai. They've diversified their economy. They have oil, more oil than us, but they diversify. What happened to us? We stay the same place. Wait for oil money monthly. I'm the Minister of Petroleum. The next president is going to be Minister of Petroleum. Whether there's more money in agriculture than petroleum, there's more money in education than petroleum. I don't know what's wrong with these guys.
Absolutely.
Man. And we don't have, like you said, having the right leaders. I was with the guys yesterday, and I found that Nigerians still have the people. That's my pain. Eh? Maybe, comrade, explain this to me. I want to understand. How come that we have this set of intellectuals? People who can run the affairs of the world. Nigerians, they are qualified. You just mentioned that Angela Okole, look at where she is. She's a Nigerian. Now, we can count about thousands of them, 100,000 of these people who have the capability to have their information. And then we have the whole natural resources at our disposal. There's no country as blessed as Nigeria in the world. By location, you guys don't have problem. Today is cold. Today you can't come out in London. You have the same weather. It's always beautiful. It's always sunny. You can do anything you want. And yet, we are not growing. So the human resources is what you need to cultivate the natural resources. How come that we are still where we are? What is wrong with our system? Activists, what do you think?
Sir, the number one problem with our system is corruption, nepotism, sectionalism. Now let's take it one after the other. The corruption comes in at the budget angle. When a projection is made,
Where with you?
When they make the operation, they add zero to another zero, it becomes 1 billion. If you add another zero to it, it becomes 1 trillion. Yes, and that zero figure that they keep adding to it, that's where the problem comes in. And my problem is also with the institution of government that ought to checkmate the executive. The EFC and ICPC, they have been docile. If they have been doing their job, politicians will be scared to steal money from the coffers. I say it every day that the EFCC, they describe them. Because if they should monitor the budget of every state governor, every president, how much comes in and what goes out. ICPC is there to monitor also contracts that have been awarded. So who and who?
Yes.
What allocation they mobilize them to side? Have they carried out the budget?
Overpriced budget. Where does it have a place? Yes. Overpriced. And how come activists? What I want to ask here is, do you people even have the information? Because I was asking the other day, do you have the information of how much contract is being given, how it is being executed, so that you guys can reveal this to us? Because these are some of the things we need. Do you have those freedom of information they said we have in Nigeria today?
We have freedom of information bill, but sometimes you write to them to give you this information, XYZ information. They keep telling you that the person that's supposed to do one or two things is not in the office. They try to delay you. They try to see how they can connive and bring a figure that will match their exploit and their extortion. So it's going to be a wake-up call on the institution of government. You see, I was happy when I saw in US, former President Trump was brought to court. He came. He testified in court.
Yes.
That shows that the institution of government is stronger than those in government in the country.
Yes. Yaya
But
Bello
in Nigeria, we've
hiding.
not seen any of our
Yaya Bello
presidents
is there.
being brought to
Yaya
court.
Bello is there. Yaya Bello is there. The idiot is there. Yaya Bello is there.
He's running. And they know where he is. They cannot go and track him. But to track somebody in Kenya, they can track person in Kenya and bring him to Nigeria in 2 days.
Exactly. Kano is guilty. But
You can track him.
Bello is with you in Kogi State.
The man even came with the sitting governor to your office. You could not even apprehend the man there. You allowed him to walk in and walk out. You say he came to come to the governor, you cannot do anything. Who does that? In a same clan where the constitution takes preeminence over all emotions and every person, you hold that man there. Your Excellency, you are not the one being arrested. This is a former governor. He doesn't have immunity. He has a case to answer with us. But today we see those in government are stronger than the son of government. And until we change that narrative, we're not going forward.
And the presidency, the judiciary, they are looking at all this. They could not issue an immediate arrest and even threaten to strip the governor of his immunity if this continues.
No other way can the country be corrupt than this. No other way. If it was another person, right, they would have apprehended that person. But because it's Yaya Bello, it has been one story or the other. They know where he is.
Yaya Bello,
but nobody can even go and fetch him out.
They can if they want to. Anyway, Comrade is going to tell us a little bit more on where our challenges are, because I am confused. It's beyond my imagination that Nigerians have this set of intelligent human beings. I was with one yesterday, and I was just all I do is kept my mouth open throughout the interview, because he talked beyond me. He talks facts, he talks figures, he talks history with deep knowledge of scientific approach and how solution can be proposed to society. Of course, he ran for the governor of Delta State. He failed. Why not? He's going to work for the people. Until you come through the cabal. Now, the problem is, maybe we can continue crying that, oh, these guys are still on to power. They're not going to give it to us. That's why I wanted to ask Comrade, how do we take it from them? You know, they're not going to give it to us. They're not going to give you power. Power is not something they give to you. You take it. All right? You have to take it. Now, the young people, the Comrade mentioned something, and we all witnessed it. What happened during the last election, the presidential election? Young people came out, they wanted to take it. They almost took it. And I know now these big boys are not waiting. They're going to try and disorganize them. They need to go back again and come back this time and remain on the street and don't go back until they get what they want. Because if we're not going to get it through election, which I think they can still get it through an election, we only miss that thing with small inch. That's why I'm angry with Peter. We lost that thing with small because we were not on the ground. It was a new movement. Instead of building on it, now it's dying. The only part we need to get is the northerner. All right? The north, sometimes, and we're talking about level of education, it's also important. There are some people that are not aware. They tell you that man is your enemy because he's a Christian. You understand? They don't tell them anything, though. Oh, don't mind those Christians. They hate you. Islam must get a place in the world. Is this about Islam we're talking about? Oh, those of you in the south, they will tell you, don't mind those Muslims. They are evil people. Is this about Muslim? You're hungry. You are hungry. This got nothing to do with Islam and Christianity. This got nothing to do with the Hausa man, the Yoruba man, the Igbo man. This is about the economy, the country, Nigeria. We need to come together and change this. They're not going to stop. They're going to try and divide us. But maybe our message of love should be bigger than that. That's what Jesus Christ did. If we show love to the Hausa man, rather than allow the person preaching Islam to him to take control, if we show love to the Christian man, rather than allowing the pastor preaching rubbish in the pulpit to take control of his mental being, then we have a chance. The battle is not only going to be physical, it's ideological. What are you selling to Nigerians? And that's why I wanted these young politicians, they are the people I'm looking for to talk to. What are you selling to us? Are you telling me that what you told me now, if Nigerians hear this, they will not vote for you? They will not only vote for you, they will give you money to go and win. Maybe you guys don't seem to believe me. I said a young boy will come out and they will be, in fact, we'll be giving him money to go and win election. He will not give a penny. Maybe a young girl will come out. We don't need a penny from him. We will be contributing to his campaign. Boy, do this, do this. In fact, if he goes, everybody will follow him, because what we want is because he stands for one thing: a fruitful tomorrow, a hopeful Nigeria, a beautiful Nigeria, a prosperous Nigeria. If anybody can preach this message, and he start preaching it now. I said, maybe the person start preaching it now. And how do you do that? You sometimes you prove hope. You know what Jesus Christ did? When Jesus Christ was preaching the gospel, had he not performed some miracles, people won't believe Jesus. Jesus have to perform certain miracles.
Okay, even now that people know the truth, right?
Yes.
And they still standing by the truth. Even if you are preaching and people know that, okay, it's the truth. As long as you don't have money, nobody wants
Mary, no, it's a big lie. If people know it's the truth, they will even give you money.
In this country, Nigeria.
Yes. Mary, tell me who has preached the truth. The pastor that is lying and collecting money, you know the man is a liar, but he's smooth. You still give him money.
I'm actually addressing this to our government, not even to the church, because I know that.
No, I'm talking about Mary. I'm just comparing.
I'm not talking about the church. I'm talking about the government.
I'm comparing, Mary.
You want to fight those people, and you are being truthful. At the quiz, they'll still come for you. Even people that know the truth do not still stand by you.
Mary,
right?
The truth is, you know the funniest thing, when you stand for the truth and you preach the truth, and you show to us, this is what I'm saying. This is the mistake. This is what I said. Peter had made a mistake. I'm saying to Peter, Jesus Christ performed some miracle. Peter has got to a stage where he needs to perform some miracle. We want to believe Peter. We want to believe Peter is a way, but he didn't show us a miracle. This is an opportunity for him to perform miracle. Like I said the other day, if Peter will tell us, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure we have food to eat. Everybody going to farm with me. I am the food of the nation. I am Peter, and I'm going to feed Nigeria. Show me your land, and I'll help you to work. And you have food. Everywhere you are, just call this number. And your farm, you'll be working your farm with us. You will not need to go to that farm anymore. I'll send tractor there. I'll send tractor to you. The whole farm will be cleared. Let's start with cassava this month. Maybe the country will be energized. Everybody will say, Peter farm, Peter farm, Peter farm. That is somebody that is now performing a miracle. And what does it take Peter to do that? We will contribute. Peter put other initiative today, will be giving money to do those things. He will raise money. Peter will raise billions. The next election will be it. We're not going to vote for you if you come like the other people. I'm not going to support Peter next time. If he comes again like this, I'm not supporting him. Because you've not performed the miracle. Mary, a young boy will do this. They are scared. I wish I can talk to them. I'm too old. I'm tired. What I'm saying now, Mary, if you start to say, oh God, if Peter want to educate, if maybe it's not even food he's talking about, maybe it's education. Yeah. If you make a movement on education and you begin to perform that miracle, because what I'm saying now, if Peter do what I say with food, I only use aircraft before. I use Nigerian Air, but I'm using food this morning. So the options are numerous for him. Today, Peter will be the most popular human being on earth. The whole internet will be back with Peter. Now, he's not talking about being president. He's talking about how Nigeria need to feed. Kai, the presidency. You see, the Bible said, when this guy, Solomon, when God asked Solomon, what do you want? Say, give me wisdom. When you have wisdom, everything else will be added on to you. You don't face presidency. Give me power. Give me power. The power is not there. Power will be given to you when you have the people. And that's the problem we have. Our leaders forget to follow the step of Jesus. Jesus, maybe I tell you, go and read the Bible. As Jesus just come, he begin to preach, and there's no action. Nobody for follow Jesus. Oh, they say he's the man. Oh, he's the man that that made that man to see. He's the one that raised somebody from death. That's how Jesus' faith begin to grow. It came with miracle. It was not free. So I'm asking now, what miracle other than preaching, talking, did you perform any miracle? That is the question I'm asking. Peter, where is your miracle? What have you got to show Nigerians today that you will do, that you are now? Because that was what Jesus did. He showed that he can perform miracle. Mary, if you perform one miracle, everybody will follow you. You know why people go to church? The only reason they go to those churches, they say that pastor don't perform one miracle, he don't finish.
It's not every church that they perform miracle.
Mary, the one that don't perform miracle, they don't fall our hand finish. Come Catholic Church. Catholic Church now, say if we were the Catholic, we don't get Catholic renewal, charismatic renewal. We they bind now. Because my sister always binding might be the way forward.
Charismatic has been there from the onset. It did not just start today.
Okay, then today they born you. When we started Catholic Church, there was no charismatic.
So where did most of these pastors, where did you think they came out from? Most of the pastors you see today. Even the
Watchman. Mary, anyway, you never tell when they born you. I've been a Catholic older before they even think, before your mama married.
That if you try this charismatic, why can't you tell me that charismatic is a new this thing?
Yes, it's new. It's new, my daughter. It's new. It came out around 1989, 86, 87.
This year you are talking about, is this something new? This year you are calling now, is this something new? 80 something, is it something new?
Many, but we've been around, I've been around 60 something, so I know that it's new. It was not there. Why did they come about? Because there was the new evolution of the deeper life were coming, power where these guys were preaching, then the outside were there, you understand? And when we get to come out, because you follow a trend. What I'm saying is, baby, there is need to perform miracle as a politician. When I say miracle, what is miracle? Miracle to me is something God has revealed to man that the human being choose to manifest. Let me tell you what happened when the Portuguese came to Benin. You know what they do to us? They show us mirror, and we see ourselves inside the mirror. We say, "No, you both which we're running." Today, I wish to you, and they show you mirror and new team, Mary. No, now that was what we thought.
I'm just imagining the people they deceived. It's only that
mirror was a miracle to us.
I hope people not carry your wives and give to them, or carry your children and give to them to marry because of mirror. You can imagine that time.
Do you know, Mary? Do you know what knowledge is? In those days, say they operate person. If they say they operate person, you know the meaning. He said the man, he went for operation. No, maybe a simple appendicitis. So it was a big thing. No. Today they tear my belly from here to here, remove things. I'm still here. You understand? In those days, ordinary appendicitis. Now months they take the cure. You understand? So the miracle is knowledge revealed to mankind, but manifested by a man. There's nothing new. God has already revealed this knowledge to man, but some man need to manifest it. I'm saying there's a miracle to make Nigeria feed well, and somebody get to do it. The man that will come out and approach it and do it and execute it is our miracle. That miracle is going to be performed if Nigeria is going to move forward. I'm going to come back to the topic of today. I'm happy to have a comrade. I still need comrade back because you see, I'm so happy to meet young people like this because I want to put the matter to Delta State a little bit, where he has a very, very big. These are the young people that are going to lift Nigeria forward, and I wish I'm going to work with them. The time is what I don't have. You understand? Because organizations like this trying to take those issues to court, I will just be linking them with international bodies so that their force can be fed, can be better, and they can do their job much better. And I always say to them, do not wait, perform a miracle. The new tomorrow shopping, maybe write it down, perform a miracle. All right. Tomorrow is about telling Nigerians to perform a miracle. It's very important. When we begin to perform miracles, things will begin to happen for us. I'm just using the Bible. I'm not using any other thing. Today, I'm going to come back and stick to where we are, the power of togetherness. But tomorrow, I'm going to say perform a miracle. Had Jesus not performed miracle, nobody would have believed him. Jesus Christ have to raise somebody from the dead. Did you not hear story of Lazarus? Wake up, Talita Kumi. You understand? Wake up. Why was that all this happening? Jesus at a point in time, he said they were so hungry, he had to feed them. You understand? Miracle. Had Jesus never performed those miracles, Jesus Christ wouldn't have been, they wouldn't have all those followers. Peter Obi, you got followers without even performing miracle. They're asking you to perform the much needed miracle so that your followers will multiply. Even the Hausa man, when you think saying your problem, now I go give you, Baba, take this money, go on. Are you saying an Hausa man is a stupid man? That is out of order, man. They're human beings going through the same thing we're all going through. The typical African young boy, you think it's your problem, maybe he's not the one that go get faith, even follow you more than me. But have you reached out to him? How are you going to reach out to him? You're going to perform a miracle that he can see. In Jesus' name, let's go on a break. When we come back, we're going to finish the topic of today. We're not going to go into the miracle that much. We want to finish the topic of togetherness. Don't go away. Stay with us.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. Srtv Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to Srtv Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious Srtv Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. Srtv Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Yeah, welcome back. This is Wake Up Nigeria. Here I am in London, and Mary right there in Abuja. And we have an activist with us today, a young man, a brilliant, sound one at that. He's been telling us some of the challenges we face, especially in the Nigerian judiciary. Comrade activist with us. Activist, welcome back.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. So I'm really going to see whether we can close this interview by looking at how we can now solve this problem. Our problem is clear. We have enemies of progress. Now we need to work with them. We need to massage their ego and get them out of the way. And sometimes we need to force them out. How are we going to go about this?
Yes. So I think personally, the first call to order is for us to have leaders who will breed followers. You see, the problem we're having is the old breeds are bringing new breeds that are worse than even the old breeds we had.
Yes.
Hence, we saw the likes of Beta Edu, a minister, and she's just 40 years old, embezzle billions within 6 months of being in office. That tells you that even the ones waiting to steal from government coffers now are worse more than the older ones we have stealing. So we have to go back to our curriculum,
Scary.
our school curriculum, to start teaching leadership from the tender stage, and having disciples that we can point hand with people, leaders with example, antecedent. The Martin Luther King Jr., those people, the Barack Obamas, people who are proven beyond reasonable doubt that integrity is the hallmark for humanity. People who are putting first that they are first of all humans before the office they are elected to occupy. People who have understand that the people's office is the strongest office all over the world, because leaders come and go, but the office of citizen remains forever. The office of we don't need expiry date. The masses are always there.
There.
So what we need to do is a change of mindset first. During engagement we have with NTLA, we're doing one program.
School. Yeah. So we should introduce leadership in school. That is one. That is very good.
Yes.
So yeah.
Then two, to have accountable governance. You say you are using 4 billion to do a road. Let's see that the quality, the durability of that road is commensurate to the money you have allocated for it. And
comrade, these guys, they're not going to correct themselves. So how do we correct them? Because they've proven that they're not going to correct themselves. So maybe we look for a way to correct this. They're not going to change.
The best corrective measures they understand is a protest. The one I know as an activist that will keep them on their toes is a protest. Because when the people we have been agitating for years, for decades, how come since we get independence,
we protest with our votes,
since democracy took over in 1999, we don't have a workable refineries in Nigeria?
Yes.
The best of what you have in the country, they were operating from military regime. The military brought NMPC, they brought in the refineries, but democratic rule to death has not been able to give us one refinery that's working.
Not one.
So meet contemporary standard of what's going on within the world. Global warming, we're still backwards. What else are using green energy? We are still using PMS to run our vehicles, to run our generators, emitting carbon to the airspace, affecting the ozone layer, and in return, harming the environment. So when we have leaders that they must be accountable, and we must carry out a protest to correct them. If we tell you you are going there to defend, like me, I'm angry with most of the Labour Party aspirants candidates that were voted in. I've not seen most of them. They've not proven beyond reasonable doubt that they are carrying the OB mandate to deliver to the people. Apart from Governor Oti, that have been doing one or two good works in the state. The rest of them that are senators, as well as a rep member, they've not been able to prove, because the same money they shared for that party, they also collect theirs, and they don't work. So if you tell us you want to be Christ-like, then do what Christ said you should do. Love. You can't extort the people you claim you love.
Well,
people you sworn on oath to defend by all costs against
let's follow up the issue of the protest you mentioned. The young people have come out twice. In 2020, they came out, they protested. They were shut out. Nothing happened. Last time, a few months ago, they came out in another protest. They came out, shut out. As to go, Mary was running. Mary was so scared, she had to run home. So how can you tell them to keep coming out and coming out? When you know they're just going to be shut out and go? Because when they pass them,
sir, I will say this without fear, that the next protest that will hit the Nigerian space will not have a date. When the protests have a date, the protest cannot see light of the day. Okay. Any protest you want to do to put the government on their toes, you don't fix a date for it. Good. You take the government by surprise. They can't kill us all. I keep saying it. They can't kill us all.
And that is one thing I think. Why do you people go back? If you stand for something, we're going to be here, and we'll be here until you do what we say, because you don't seem to understand negotiation. All the negotiations has failed. Labour went to negotiation with the government, it failed. Last time, every negotiation with the government has always failed. They're going to buy the people over. So this time, we will stay here until the president do what we say. But exactly, comrade, what are we asking from the government?
Very well, sir. The reason why most of them failed, when we did the NSAS in 2020, I was among one of the conveners of NSAS in Delta State. It was peaceful. Our northern brothers, they didn't join the protest. They told us they wanted SARS. Why we're saying end SARS here in the south, in southeast and all of that, they in the north, they said they want SARS. They said we want SARS. They were even starting the protest. Now
They
they
were
did end
sponsored. They
hunger
were
protest
sponsored.
now.
They were
They
defending
are the one in
Buhari.
the
Don't
north
mind
saying
them.
end hunger. They started in the north. They want to boil the country. They said end hunger protest. But when their brother were in power, we did end SARS. They said they don't want to be part of end SARS. Now
Likely now.
it's Westerners in power. They are saying we want the government to go at the range. Now we must leave behind ethnic sentiment. That's what I keep saying. During the end SARS, you saw when Muslims pray, Christians were awards for them. When Christians pray, Muslims were awards for us. That's the template for a new Nigeria to be possible. We must leave. Don't try. Just tell me I'm a Nigerian. I don't know your tribe.
That's it. That's it.
I'm a Nigerian. That is my tribe. Your tribesman, leave where I'm from. Leave my ethnic affiliation. Leave my religion. I'm a Nigerian. You are a Nigerian. Let's fight this cause once and for all. Until we come together and stand in that light, we can move forward. Because while you are holding meetings, the man from the north tell you that they want to remove Buhari because it's Buhari now. They want to protest about Buhari because Buhari is the northern. They lie to us using ethnic lies to galvanize our mindset. Yes. Now, no average Yoruba young youth want to join the protest against Tinubu because he feels and my brother did there. And you are hungry and you are buying fuel at exorbitant price. You are not feeding well. Your children are not doing well, and you are complaining. And we have a future to defend. I watched my father and his best friend. They called Mr. Kess. When I was a small boy, they always talk about Nigerian problem in the parlor. Now my father is late. At 76, he's gone. I'm here talking about Nigerian problem also with my kids. So I cannot wait for my kids to talk Nigerian problem with their own kids. We must act now. Man. Because we are not secure.
No, but comrade, are we together in this battle? We know we are not, because like you spotted that now. The Yoruba man is now reluctant to come out because his brother Tinubu is there. The last time during the NSAS, the Hausa man refused to come out because Buhari is there. Now, how do we unite? How do we really unite and say our problem is not you, the Hausa man? It's not you. It's not the Muslim. It's not the Christian. It's Nigeria. How do we sell that message? And now can we have a protest that is for Nigeria, not for the Yoruba man, not for the Hausa man, but for Nigeria? How do we get
Sir, we are getting very close to that point. Because now we all now know that the leaders are taking all of us for granted, and the future, the future that behoves on the youth now they fall into drugs, depression, cultism, internet fraud, all to just gain some level of relevance, which are all negative vices. So why the hunger keep? But hunger shaping a man's reasoning. You can have $1 million in your account. You buy lavishly and spend lavishly. But the minute the money gets to like 50,000 naira, that's when you start thinking right. That's when you don't carry balance. Start narrowing what you buy.
What you need. True.
So right now we are going to that. We are moving toward that line. People can no longer feed 2 square meters anymore in the country where they feed 3 square meters right before now. Some families they do only 1 square meter a day. And why we narrow to that point, that's the point everybody is not going to reason alongside one agenda and one policy that give us a Nigerian where our children and our future will be safe. And that is coming in pretty soon than the government will message. I can say that very well.
We'll be praying to see that, son. We pray that hopefully that when you guys come out this time, you come out and you will not go back. No matter what happens, you stay there until the demand is met. Because that is it. They know, don't mind them. They stay after 3-4 days, they'll be tired and they will go home. No, this time, you guys will stay. Let it be organized so that the government will listen. No, government, these kids are not against you. They just want a good governance. And I think what this young man is talking about is for all of us. Though the old, the young, everybody, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, you need this. We need a country that works. Like he rightly said, when I was growing up, we saw the same campaign, the same trouble. Nigeria, they discuss it. Our parents discuss Nigerian problem in the parlor. We are discussing it, our children are watching. Are we leaving the problem for the children, or are we going to be making the sacrifice necessary for our children? That is the question of today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're going to let Comrade leave because of the network, and I'm going to be spending time to take a look at some of the papers quickly with Mary. Mary, let's take a look at some of these papers before we wrap up the show. Okay? We're going to do that quickly. Like I said, the topic of today is really very important one. Is that of what I call togetherness. These young people, they can do a lot of things if they had really come together. Yeah, I still have comrade. Just one more time. Yeah. So, comrade,
Very well, sir.
I want you to close your message to your fellow young people. What should they expect? What kind of because I can tell you that everybody wants this, but they don't know how to go about it. They don't know how to be hooked up to it. Let me put it this way. The children of Israel wanted to leave Egypt, but they didn't know until Moses came. Moses was not the person that physically forced them out. Moses only showed them direction. Moses was telling them, no, we're going to go. He gave them confidence. Can you talk to us? What strategy you think or you guys will have in place for us to move out of these difficulties? And we need to move out of Egypt to the promised land. Nigeria is in Egypt. We can move to a promised land in Nigeria. We need to move Nigeria into the promised land. How do we do that?
Very well.
What's the movement? What's the movement going to be like? What message?
Sir, the movement now, I keep telling my young folks, I say we must begin to read. We must begin to adopt a reading culture. Because what you are not informed about, you become deformed. I cannot speak today among international contemporaries if I'm not read. You can't bring me home here. We have your London studio, your Abuja studio. If I'm not read, I will just come here and make a look of myself. But when we read, like I went to a seminar, ask them how many of our youth here have that constitution on their phones. They don't have it. But they all have Naira bet app on their phones to do betting. And I told them, I said, all of you who have betting, they raise their hand up, we have betting. I have betting app. How many of you have Nigerian constitution in your phone? They don't have it. So what happens when your right is being infringed upon by a police officer, by the government forces? You begin to wallow. Hey, now wow, hey, this country now wow, I go do, I die you, and you have not made a move. And I told them, join a movement. We have human rights bodies all across the country. Join one of them because we need synergy. We need the crowd. We need the formation. We need the right ideology. Like this is not about my Hausa man. You see the Igbos now. The Igbos they've decided not to join any protest in the country anymore. The end hunger protest Igbos they didn't join because they feel they are being marginalized. And when is their turn, nobody joins forces with them to cry their cry. So they say, well, we're going to wash our look, let everybody cry their cry in the country. But the new Nigeria that is coming, the youth, my advice to my fellow youth is join a movement, a progressive movement of noble comrades that have an agenda. Pursue one of the SDGs, one of the SDGs policy. If you are going for gender-based violence, face gender-based violence. If you're going for accountable government, face accountable government. You're going for climate change, go for climate action. So at the end of the day, we will not add our voice in the national discourse and present to the presidency that these are our demands. And we're giving you 60 or 90 days to fix our demand. Failure to fix the demands, whatever before the country. And we'll start festival in Abuja, in Aso Rock. We're not going to come for say we want to block road. No. We're coming to the government house to block the exit point. You don't fly, airport, nobody flies, nobody goes out. Fix our refinery. Fix our nation for us. Let's have a place to call our home. Probably for now, when I was small, I see white men driving around Nigeria. We see white men everywhere, industries. Saipem, Globestar, Mobi, Exxon, they're all in the country. Today you drive around, you don't see these factories anymore. All you see is prayer house, prayer mountain, prayer disco. You see clubhouses, event centers, big hotels. No factories on ground to mobilize our youth. And we have brilliant sharp, but because no environment to develop this mindset, they use it to do other nefarious activities like fraud and all that. So my submission going forward is we must, my fellow youth, great Nigerian youth, we must come together in one voice. Leave the hunger. Even if they give you 1 million today, it will get finished in the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Hunger does not kill. We won't die.
We won't.
I'm not a politician. I'm an activist. I'm not working for any politician. I work in a farm where I get my salary, and from there I help people. I help humanity with it. So if I can do it, you can do better than myself as well. So let's come together with one voice and one vision. Ojukwu, the likes of Ojukwu, Muhammad Buhari, all of that, they were 1921 when they became head of state. They were young. Today we have youth of 40 looking like 60 years old men. We have youth of 50 years, youth of 30 years looking like 70 years old men. All gray hair, all gray everywhere, white, because the thought and all of that, thinking, hunger and all of that. So by looking to base.
Thank you very much, comrade.
Your health is not even insured. Your future is not insured. They have been mortgaged at the altar of injustice, immorality, nepotism, and sectionalism. Enough, they say, is enough. And going forward, we won't take it. My submission, sir.
Thank you very much. It cannot be better. Comrade said it all. Thank you, comrade, for joining me this morning. I'm going to have you again and again, young man. I'm going to have you again and again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for blessing Nigerians with this wonderful message. It is time, leaders. It is time, young people, for us to move out of Egypt into the promised land. Nigeria is a promised land. We are in Egypt. We need to come back. Let's turn the tide around. And like the young man said, the next protest, the presidency should hear about it. Tinubu, my message is this, and the young man said it clear. If you refuse a peaceful change, violent one becomes inevitable. It is so around the world. It's not going to be different in Nigeria. If you refuse a peaceful one, a violent one is inevitable. Thank you very much, comrade. I want to have you again.
Most grateful, sir. Pleasure.
Yes. All right, Mary, it's a wonderful blessing to have this young man around. I don't want to keep him too long, but because he has said it all, and I don't want to dilute what he has said. Nigerians have heard, young people have heard, and the leaders have heard him. Leaders, it's not fighting. It's not saying they will hate you. They don't hate you. It's one love they're talking about. But you will build a Nigeria for our children. We're not going to continue the same. In fact, when you think of where we're coming from, when I was in school, the people that taught me were people from India, Pakistan. They came to look for a job in Nigeria. Nigeria was overseas for them. Today, all our people are running. Look at the decrease in London. Gray, don't they come? They wear coat for Ebola. I supposed to tie about from my village. No, fact. So we need to turn the tide around. And only we're going to do this for ourselves. And it's so wonderful to have this kind of young people. We have hope. When I see people like him, I have hope.
Not because it's really sad that you see a lot of people, when they want to travel out, that's when they become more happy. They celebrate traveling out of the country. As if Nigeria is now not a good place for people to stay.
And Mary, the funniest thing is, whatever we're going to get here, let me say this. I said something yesterday. The university might be English. The students are Nigerians. The lecturers are Nigerians. In England, if you go to some classes here, most of the students are Nigerians. The lecturers, to see them, are Nigerians, but the university is in England. Who is foolish? That's where we're going. The hospitals, have you gone to the NHS in London? Most of the people that you see walking around, oh, Nigeria, oh, you be Nigeria. Somebody treating you, you want him to be a Nigerian. They are there. The patients, you are a Nigerian. So the doctor is in Nigeria. The hospital is in England. We need to turn the tide around. They need to start coming home. In fact, you know what I was thinking? If everybody in the diaspora today can just pick their bag and say, let's go back and build Africa. I know it will not happen in my time.
Start thinking towards that, because if you want to say people in diaspora, even if they come back, what are they coming back to do? What is that thing that is driving them to come to Nigeria, right? What is that thing that is pushing them to come back? If you want to start thinking about that, then they won't come back. But if they come back together,
Mary, if you all come back now, Nigeria is solved, because we're coming with our little resources. Most importantly, we're coming with our knowledge. It was a brain drain. Do you know how many brains have taken out of Nigeria? In those days, they took us as slaves. Now they took us they're going to give you, in the UK, I'm sorry, if you have a master's degree and you've worked on some place, they'll give you visa to come and live in England. That visa you are looking for, that you make you to go through the sea, if you go through some school, they want people with intellectual that can contribute to their society. So if you can, Nigeria can take their people back. Nigeria is made in a day. Because these people ain't going to take any shit from any stupid leader. Trust me. They've seen so much that you will kill me before I'll give you bribe on the street if I'm driving. God punish you. You understand? I won't give to you, policeman, because I'll make sure my papers are complete. I'm not going to give it to you. You understand? I won't do it. So I will be telling you that it's not done. You see, these people will come, we will refine the system. I don't know which way forward. Why the young people are doing their own bit at home. I'm challenging those of you in diaspora to do your own part. If you like, you know, like, after you hear this little talk, if you die, we'll carry you, go back to that place, go bury you. I said it again. If you die, we'll carry you, go there. Now that village where you run from, and then they will put you. Keep running. We all need to come back now. We all need to come together, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and virtually, to rebuild the nation. For our children, not for us again, no. For our children, so they won't go through the same journey. I hear this young boy say, and he spoke something that touched me, that my father, I watched my father as a child discussing Nigerian issues with a friend in the parlor. Now I'm discussing Nigerian issue with my friends. My children are watching. Am I still going to take the step of my father took by being quiet? No. Actually, the time of my father, it was even better. Now we've bastardized the country. We need to change it for our children. And that's what it does for everybody. Maybe we're going to take only one paper. I saw some depressing image on some of the papers today, and I was really worried. Let's just take a look, quickly look at them, and we'll wrap up the show. Strictly papers now, right, Mary? Okay? And I think I don't mind if we start with the Punch, because it's really, it has it all. Look at it.
Okay. The big story on the Punch: we have 70,000 naira minimum wage. Federal government begins payments. Salaries rise to 4 trillion naira.
You know, Mary, this 70,000 minimum wage. I beg, I said I won't talk. Just read it. So I didn't really. It's the Nigerian government really proud to say I'm paying people 70,000 naira. Mr. Man, do you know how much is 70,000 naira? It's 30 pounds. 30 pounds. Sing it like a bell. A child in England is not paid 30 pounds. A child that is born today in England is not paid 30 pounds. Every child born in England is paid. They are not paid 30 pounds, so Mary. Picking when they're born today, they know they pay them 30 pounds for England. Just for being born. They celebrate 30 pounds salary. That's a problem. Let's go, Mary, please. The only reason I said we should see the paper is just Punch should not get work to do. Is this death of young people that died in fire in Kenya? It's really sad touching.
Is it on the Punch?
Yeah, it's on that image you see there.
1 children
Yes.
killed in Kenya. School fire are buried on page 29.
It's a very big one. It's a big one. It's not something a father or a mother want to see, you know. Well, yeah. May God give them that what it takes to accept the loss.
Oshomole is saying that this guy should be probed, Obaseki. Is it not too early? He just want to start problem.
Who is saying that now? Who says so?
Oshomole. Okay, he says Oshomole.
How many times? How many probe did they probe you? Oshomole. No man, we go back to your time as governor.
You're waiting for him to step down so that.
And wait now. What about him? We go probing matter because as he serve with clean slate. As your paper clean, we go to probe you. All the governors, not go wrong. In fact, you know what I'm so interested in, Mary? In fact, I just imagine say if Idiagbo come back, like that time of Idiagbo, another maybe you never born you that time. If you know when Idiagbo came, that was the first time we had Buhari. All the politicians were on the run. Them Oshomole now go, they disappear. If you see the run, because if they catch anyone, the money when they don't thief, they beat him. They came to England to kidnap Marudiko. That is how mean they were. Idiagbo was mean. Una know they fear. Say another Idiagbo fit come back. Now wow. If with the hunger, with the amount of things going on in the country, are you guys not scared that another Idiagbo may come? These young people, if they cannot do it, don't you think the Idiagbo will come from somewhere, nowhere? This Idiagbo might not be military. There will be an Idiagbo. Let's go, Mary.
Okay, still on the punch. We have federal government probing bandit sponsors. This coming from DHQ on page 55. Why my admin suspended? Suspended Sanusi. This coming from Jonathan. And we have oil companies, oil government over 6 billion naira dollar. And this coming from Nati on page 45, on page 49. And moving forward, Bobrisky reps commence probes. Prison controllers suspended on page 60. Kwara Hills death sentence for 5 upper bank robbers on page 4 and 5. So we have Afeni Ferry demands restructuring as Senate okay Southwest Development Commission on page 55.
Yeah. Una brother don't they president now, so there will be Southwest Development Commission. You see, these people, when I stop to the insult also. Whether that country, sometimes they say when you people play this politics, we don't want to believe we are in one Nigeria. Southwest Development Commission. Because you have the South, now you have to talking of Southwest. May God help us. I beg you, more they go. We don't want to talk. I don't want to believe in the division of the country. But sometimes you guys made us want to leave. You understand? I'm fighting for the United States of Africa. It would be bad of me to preach division in Nigeria. But some of these things are annoying. The Yoruba man has enjoyed Nigeria to the core. You are the same people at Feniferi coming to say you want a new Nigeria, you want to break away. Break away! But when are they break? So, not near South. Oh. And they always they talk. If una want break, mona break. But una not near South. As now they play this una politics, they go so. Mona they play. But no, they forget, say people now get the oil one and they misuse so. That oil, you people are sharing in the Senate. Boy, somebody own it. Let's go.
Okay, let's see what's on the Vanguard. Story. Okay, the big story says alleged missing $49.8 million. Why Sanusi had to go as
I think at time of good luck, that is why Sanusi had to go as if
I just Jonathan talking.
Now Jonathan said that Sanusi steal the money. I didn't say Sanusi stole 49%. I carried the story. Good luck, not start, Don't start what you cannot finish. No, don't start what you cannot finish. Because if Sanusi open mouth, if Sanusi can open mouth, for that your government, when we say one woman sit there in London here with all our money, if Sanusi can open mouth, you see one funny thing there? If you live in a glass house, you don't throw stone. This stone, when Oshomole they throw just now, and I good up the throw so. You throw stone at this man, it better make you just dig some matter, make it die. Nigeria don't forgive you. You handed over successfully. If the time come, you can't Sanusi can't talk all the thing when he see. I'm not sure say the country will contain all of us. He was CBN governor. All the allocation, all the rubbish, is him. May God help us. In Jesus' name. Mary, read and let's go. I don't want to stay too much on that one. May Nigeria go solve that problem.
The writer says allegation against his government cooked up. Notes all these reports. Commission to prove allegation cleared his government. Insists he didn't cut away any amount of money from government coffers.
Calm down, Mary.
He dismissed me as CBN governor. Sanusi replies Jonathan.
You don't reply,
I don't have any grudge against you. Another story is on page 5.
And what did he say? Sanusi didn't reply to Jonathan. Trouble is coming. Say more, and I will say more. In Jesus' name. It's good though. When two elephants fight like this, we go enjoy. But calm down, Bobrisky don't do that again. Bobrisky is back. What is going on?
Okay, Bobrisky, federal government suspend prison officers. The story is still ongoing, it's still a developing story.
And you know the truth, eh? And that's why we tell Falana to let this matter stay away. Because if the federal government is now imprisoning, or they are now suspending the prison officers that kept him out. Baba, Falana, you know how that thing happened. You know. You must have done your job, but you knew.
But Bobrisky was the one that spoiled everything because you was
nice everything. So more than go home, Bobrisky, more than leave the boy alone. Not the very dark man. They offense here. If not very dark man revolution, this man will not face what he's facing now. It would have been covered. And today you want us to keep quiet and they throw away the key double very dark man. I'm not for that. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Apologize. You can't always keep your soundness right because you're a lawyer. No. You are a respected lawyer, we understand. But you can't keep doing things unless I have not seen this other side of the story. If what I'm seeing now is the case, then what has very dark man? I keep asking, what did he say wrong? He reported what this guy said. And based on that revelation, the federal government has moved action to suspend prison officers. Who were the people that work with the prison officer? Baba, they are indicting you that you were one of those that actually made this to happen. Is it true or false? Call Bobrisky and deal with him. Leave very dark man alone. Let's go, Mary.
Okay, still on the Vanguard. We have a story that says, Edopo, I'll be servant of all, ready to work with opposition. It's coming from Pepolo. Receive certificates of return on page 7. Please, the publisher to military, stop arresting protesters, go after kidnappers, gagging media, we stagnate democracy. And this coming from Governor Oyebanji. Nigeria at 64, CGF ministers defending new policies amidst cabinet reshuffle hint on page 9. Here we have a story that says Christian elders to federal government reverse fuel price hike to avert looming crisis on page 8.
I will sit on Vanguard.
You said?
I will sit on Vanguard.
Yes, we are still on Vanguard.
Okay.
Then on the sport desk of the Vanguard, we have Eguavon continues as Super Eagles head coach against Libya. And this coming from NFF.
Now Libya won't play. We not even get shame. Now Libya now won't go play now. We they prepare, but we not win Libya. But not come back. In fact, Osimhen, if we not win Libya, we don't go forgive you now this time. Hey, you get waiting there they talk. Mokuna go eat our money, go play Libya. Mokuna not win the match. There will be no forgiveness. Now go bini bituna. If you want to forgive,
they'll go back to their club.
We not get team again.
They'll go back to their club now.
We made a go. If Nigeria not there, there be nothing. They know. You think Nigeria is not important? Nigeria is important for them. Not play for your national team, whether they go respect you where you did. So at the point of the day, we all need each other. So don't. In fact, it's a pride to be in the national Eagles, but you must take it seriously. You must win that match. I'm not even going to beg. Libya go beat us. Get what you will talk. I don't care. Like 11 man they defeat, but we have experience, we have the capacity, and we have been doing it. If you can't do it, leave the field. Maybe I better more to go at the verse this morning. This will not make me verse more. Mary, we've already spent another 1 hour 38 minutes. So we're supposed to go sleep. It's a beautiful Friday. People should be going to mosque soon. We could let them go enjoy their mosque. Yeah. What I wanted to do, I love this paper. This guy now, this guy, you see this UBA bank boss. Na photo shoot guy. He like the press well.
Young guy, Tony Olimalu.
He gets swag, The guy they enjoy money, no problem, no problem. You understand? Okay, you hear what they happen here. They don't answer good luck here. 49.8 billion did not miss under my watch. Jonathan replies, okay, wait. Who threw the accusation?
Do you think it was Jonathan that started or it was Sanusi that started? That is one thing you need to know.
Good luck, they say was there 49.8 billion. I think say na good luck start
How do you
trouble.
feel that story? They cannot still do them anything. Even the
No, but
nothing.
Good luck government was a very, very corrupt government. We know that. They were sharing the money.
That was it corrupt?
Over corrupt. See, your former minister is here now. That woman, even women are coming, they call the steep pass from Nigeria than men. G. That's what we're talking. They are thieves.
Are you talking about Ngozi Okonjo?
Women, mothers, stealing.
Are you talking about Ngozi Okonjo?
No, Ngozi, I'm going to measure Ngozi. Ngozi is a woman with dignity. If Ngozi Okonjo thief, now they go fire. The one when the thief they England here, what the journey. Now he thief the whole money, he they England here. The British government they follow up now. You don't get peace. So you see why Ngozi Okonjo they work for New York. They rule the world. That one they pursue prison. They defend our head here. That's what you get. That's what you get. You don't need the money. Have dignity. But good luck. Sanusi, I better leave good luck alone. We don't forgive him. Say all the tip when they tip for a head. If he say no, not the under his watch, it's not that who's watch. Well, you're not the president. That's why I said don't go to Sanusi. Sanusi na my man. I don't care. Sanusi na my man.
It's obvious now. Because you're just supporting him without knowing if he was one that started you.
Because you know what I know? Because I know the man. If you throw stone at him, he will throw back. So Sanusi, leave good luck alone. That's all I'm going to say. Make the matter just die. But when they look for justice, good luck do not fight Sanusi. Sanusi is telling you that is why he had to go. Now, when they raise eyebrow on this kind of money, make you read the matter, you go read and finish. At a point in time, they wanted Sanusi to leave the CBN governor office. He wasn't playing too much of the. I bet Mo matter. Mo will leave the matter because I don't have the details. Anyway, Mary, let's go. I wanted to see this flood there. What is this? Niger State, too. As if hunger never killed and finish. Niger State, see them.
Yeah,
flood. When you look at the kind of places, see the kind. Imagine the devastation here. Maybe we need to pray because God, I beg, forgive us. We don't have the capability to deal with this. Natural disaster is not part of our. It should be taken out of our own. We are not equipped. We can't deal with anything natural disaster. Oh God, I beg, as you be protecting us, keep protecting us.
50 million Nigerians out of school children roaming Nigeria. Like I don't
Go
understand.
school before.
I don't have pity for those ones, so I'll say it anywhere, anytime. Because we are talking about how things are difficult. Most of these people, they get married to even 5 wives, give birth to these children, and they won't be able to take care of them. Are we still going to?
What do you say? Make the man do? You not get work. You not go marry.
Why do they keep giving birth to children, allowing them to roam around the streets? Like, is that everything we call on the government? If it's about it as Marjorie's, leaving them on the streets.
Maybe if you get wife, make it look the woman face. Maybe if first you get wife, make it look the face of the woman. Leave her alone.
Some things can be avoided. You know you don't have money, you don't even have a good job, you marry up to 4 wives. To do what? Okay, government should come and be feeding them for you. Are we going to keep calling on the government for even the things we cause by ourselves?
Mary, leave those guys alone.
One man we have up to 30 children, 20 children. How? For who?
They make our population grow, so one of them will be president tomorrow.
You sit and start shouting government. That one is it for government? No, now. It's really annoying.
I understand you, Mary. I understand you, my daughter. It's frustrating. Anyway, let's leave those people because this guy, I look at very hard Nigeria internal crisis, narrow foreign policy, international repute. Look, and I think people with this one, these people are not good though. And I do to do here.
They will soon ban a guardian. They will soon ban it.
Allah. But maybe run through this line for us. Run through everything for us in Guardian because
they are back. On the big story. How Nigeria's internal crisis, narrow foreign policy, international reputes on page 4 and 5. So moving forward, we have now you see economic crime, fuel crisis, poverty, inflation, corruption, insecurity, power. We have experts warns of looming crisis as 4 trillion yearly wage bill sparks debt fears on page 6. October 1st, federal government orders low-key anniversary, cites national hardship on page 7. Reps.
When did they want to celebrate? Now, first lady send me their buy cloth. No, they
And,
don't
and
buy
they're
cloth.
calling it low-key size national hardship. Reps push for independent candidacy ahead of 2027 poll. Jonathan debunks disappearance of 49.8 billion naira during his tenure. He has stolen crude. IOC's indebtedness to federal government hit $7 billion. And we also have a court sentences of bank robbery convicts to death by hanging on page 12. Ohaneze
Yes.
is Southeast governors over Kanu's continued detention.
Exactly. They should be asking their governors what is happening to our brother who is there. Ohaneze should be raising voice, asking the president what is happening to Kanu. You, the governor, should be asking why is Kanu still in prison? When Sunday that the Yoruba man that was asked to was
How will they be asking when some of them are against them, some of them are supporting the present regime and against them? Why? Because of what they will be getting. So somebody like Opus or Dima will even come and tell you Kanu should remain there. So how will they fight it? That is the togetherness we're talking about. It is not there. That unity is not there. So, and because of one selfish reason or the other, if you are actually speaking the truth, you will not be getting anything. This money is the problem. This money that everybody wants to get.
And maybe when did they even take money to self? I want to ask that question before we come deal with president. Finish the papers.
Okay, just the last story. Yes, the reps cry NNPC Dangote price secrecy wants marketers to lift fuel from refinery.
But you see what did they do, President Tinubu here? They say since the thing when they tied Tinubu down, insecurity tied the man down, power tied, no electricity, economy tied down, crime tied Tinubu down, fuel crisis tied Tinubu down, inflation tied down, poverty tied down, corruption tied Tinubu. Hey! These people na bad though. So now just tie a whole president down with all this wahala. Baba, you dey sleep safe for night. Anyway, Mary, it's a wonderful time this morning with you. Thank you for joining me. We'll do this again tomorrow. Say something to Nigeria, something sweet, I beg. It's enough. The agony is too much. Something
It's not
sweet.
every day that we are having something to say to Nigerians. But I'm tired of saying something to Nigerians every day. And nothing is changing. It's really annoying.
Today, this guy don't vex. No, I know people about when don't vex. He say don't get anything to wait. What tell you that today? If they talk every day, it's not change, but it's changing.
Every day. All I've been talking here since. What are they doing?
No, government is changing. God is changing things. You see, when Jesus Christ came, a small, man, hit. You understand? All right. What I said today's show is the title of today's show. I said it is the power of togetherness, and it is very important that we come together in one voice, in one approach, in one accord, and change the Nigerian narrative. Never again. I love Nelson Mandela. Never again in this beautiful land that poverty reigns supreme. Never again in Nigeria that there should be no power. Never again fuel crisis. Come on, man. These are too cheap. Insecurity in Nigeria. Come on, man. We can do better. These are the things we are begging for. President Tinubu, if you turn these things around, nobody will be talking. Are you denying that these things are not existing? So for those of you that say we are fighting President Tinubu or we hate the good president, no. Ask yourself, are these things, are they basic truths? If they are, why would the president address it? Is he not our president? If you don't want the job, leave. If you want the job, deal with the challenges. It's an issue we want to address, and we have the right to do so. Well, tomorrow I said to Mary that we'll be doing another topic. We'll be talking about the ability to perform a miracle. All right? The next Nigerian president, if he performs a miracle, he's going to win. Peter Obi have a chance to perform a miracle, he won't win the next election. No amount of power. You see, even the power, the Roman Empire then was so great, but they couldn't fight Jesus. Because Jesus was performing this miracle in his own way. He didn't come to say you must leave power. But Jesus Christ was doing his own. He was busy performing miracles. And people were leaving the government, they were following Jesus. Peter, are you the one to come or should we look for another? Young people, I'm saying something today. Tomorrow we're going to do it, which is the weekend review. We need to go out and perform a miracle. Who are you, the young man that is going to perform the miracle so that we all follow you and we have a new Nigeria? That's the question. The miracle is not the miracle you see in the Bible. It's a miracle we can see. Maybe you're going to perform miracle and we start to see food to eat in Nigeria. You can do it. It doesn't have to be with your money. Do you have the mind? Do you have the tenacity? The ability to preach the gospel of food for all? That's what I want to say. That's what we'll be talking about tomorrow. Mary, thank you very much for joining me. And try and be happy. All right? Nigeria is good for you. You're looking more and more. Okay, so just be grateful to Nigeria. Don't get tired. Today, Mary is tired. I mean, I'm not going to ask the question again because if I ask, you go say, please don't talk again. So I will not ask the difficult question. The one I used to ask you. Do you want me to ask?
Don't ask. Let's end the show. Let's end the show, Daddy, please. How about that things to do?
All right, man. That's why we end the show today, like Mary said. Tomorrow we'll be with you again. Same time at about 11 o'clock. Tomorrow will be the weekend review. I will be talking about the performance of miracle from our leaders, just like Jesus Christ did. We're going to take a screen on that. For you to be a leader, you need to perform miracles. That is it. You're not going to do it. Moses went out there. He came back and he struck the rock, and Moses performed miracles. That's why people follow Moses. They didn't follow Moses because Moses was a good talker. They follow him because Moses performed a miracle. Where's your miracle, Peter Obi? Where's your miracle, young man, that is going to rule Nigeria tomorrow? We're waiting. Nigeria is waiting, and we can't wait to see you. Thank you very much. Until tomorrow, we'll be here again. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless the United Kingdom. And God bless Daddy Chris and Mary in the studio. Thank you all. Bye.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience.
SR